Hey guys, this is Travis Single with Iconic TV MMA, and we are here in Wheat Ridge, Colorado at the Grudge Training Center, actually the pro shop, as you can see with the, the little t-shirts behind us. And I'm joined none other than the newest welterweight in the UFC division, a familiar face, but a new face to Colorado MMA. We got Neil Magny.
How do you feel about your fighters that are going to?
Oh, I feel amazing about, we got Neil Magny from The Ultimate Fighter. I mean, this guy to me is going to be a superstar. He is one of the most disciplined guys I know at age 24. He is, right as we got on the show, he was kind of the star pick for me. You know, when we go on the show, we look to win those fights, but we're also looking to recruit a little bit. And man, the way he learned is how coachable he was, how disciplined he was, and how passionate he was about winning. I mean, it's a huge thing, and he has grown so much since being here. And he fits with the team perfect. He's part of the family now.
Now, Neil will actually be fighting a week from tonight in Anaheim, California at the Honda Center at UFC 157. His opponent will be John Manley, somebody that he's familiar with, but also people that have been watching The Ultimate Fighter Season 16 have been familiar. As far as John Manley as kind of like a castmate to somebody in the house, did you like him going into the house? What's kind of your relationship with him?
Yeah, I mean, he was one of the cool guys in the house. He wasn't arrogant. He wasn't cocky at all. He just came in, wanted to work hard, knew what he wanted, and kind of went for it. So I had a lot of respect for the guy throughout the show.
Now, as far as it really seems like there's like a similar background as far as like the martial arts that you guys have kind of been brought up on, similar records with the 7-1, with similar fighting styles with you and John. What do you really expect him to possibly do ever since the Ultimate Season 16 finale?
I'm pretty sure he's been watching filming it, and he probably wants to work on his boxing a little bit. He's probably expecting to come out there and strike, but since I've been here, we've just been training across the board and training my wrestling, my jiu-jitsu, my striking. So I'm just ready to go out there and perform like as an athlete. I'm not really worried too much about what he might do, what he can't do, what he's able to do. Just more so about what I should be doing to win this fight.
Now, we get a lot of compliments, especially interviewing Brendan last week, and you get guys like Coach T and Coach Ramos. You got Nate obviously making comments like you're pretty much the future of the MMA, especially here in the Grudge Training Center. How do you really feel about that, and especially just coming into Colorado just a couple months ago?
It definitely feels good that these people are thinking highly of me, but it kind of puts a little bit of pressure on you living up to it. So I try not to think about it too much and just become a better athlete day by day.
Now, obviously the fight is in Anaheim, California. Do you have any relatives that might be flying out there, or do you just pretty much just have your coaches out there to do business, or how's that going?
Yeah, I have my coaches from here that are going to be there, and I have my really close friends from back home that are going to be there also. I have one of my really good friends from high school that's going to be there, and one of my training partners from back home, so it'll be a pretty fun time out there.
Now, as far as the whole deal with the family and the sponsors and stuff like that, first of all, what's your message to John going into the next week's fight?
I mean, there's a real message for John. I mean, this is my time to shine. It's just my time to go to work, so I'm just worried about myself and doing what I have to do come next week.
Okay, and who's some of the people, obviously, it'll be broadcast worldwide, this video, so who's some of the people that you would like to thank, as well as maybe possible sponsors yet?
So it's kind of hard.
You're fine, you're fine. We can go with it.
I just have a list of all new sponsors. So
yeah, it's fine. Do you have a list?
No.
No, okay.
I just got all new sponsors.
Well, you could just even thank family members and stuff like that, too. I could just switch it up where
yeah, you just suggest like,
okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Are you ready? Don't stop it. We'll just go with it. Okay.
Yeah, just go.
Now, who's some of the actual family members and stuff, some of the people important to your... What is the deal here? Okay.
I'll just chop it out.
Okay.
It's recording, and he'll just chop it.
Yeah. All right, think of this here. Okay. Who are some of the important people that you would like to thank, obviously the journey from when you were just becoming an MMA fighter all the way to now?
I had friends from the Army that supported from day one. I mean, I can remember fighting down in Missouri and then taking a drive 7 hours to come see me fight on a local amateur show down in Missouri. So Shannon Dunn and Donnie Dunn are two of my biggest fans back home, and I want to thank them for being there for me from day one. I had my training partners from back home who helped me out as best they could up to this point. I want to thank them also. And just my manager Danielle's been helping me a lot for this fight. So just so many people that have been a part of this journey for me.
Mm-hmm. Well, obviously next week you'll actually be, it looks like you'll be the first fight on the Facebook card, so
yeah,
that's kind of interesting on there too. Yeah, so people get to, plus not only that, you get to relax and just kind of chill out and watch the rest of the fights for the rest of the night.
Yeah, so. It's pretty cool. I know exactly when I'm fighting, and I can just relax after that, so it's not like I'm not gonna be sitting in the background just waiting like, oh man, how much longer, how many more fights. I just know exactly when I'm going to start, and I can just go from there.
Yeah. Now, obviously, I'm guessing you are kind of a UFC fan just because of the whole journey and stuff, and you kind of got to know the ropes to be able to be in the Ultimate Fighter and stuff like that. I just wanted to get your prediction on the main card for UFC 157. First fight, obviously, is going to be Robbie Lawler versus Josh Koscheck. What do you think?
Yeah, I got root for Robbie Lawler. I mean, I trained the guy for almost 3 years in Illinois, so I definitely got root for Robbie Lawler.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the thing, it seems like it's almost kind of like a revenge type of fight where Matt Hughes actually got knocked out by Josh Koscheck, actually right here at the Pepsi Center back in 2011. So it's kind of interesting that they kind of pair them up, especially with Strikeforce coming over to the UFC.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not only that, it's being in your weight division too, so it'll be an interesting matchup.
Yeah,
the next fight, it'll be Uriah Faber versus Ivan Menjivar. What's your thoughts on the California Kid return?
I have to go with Uriah Faber. I mean, he's been one of my biggest, or I've been a big fan of his ever since I started MMA. I mean, from him fighting in WC to fighting UFC, I just been a huge fan of his, so I definitely would like to see him win.
Yeah. Now, obviously, the kind of controversial co-main event going on. It looks like it'll definitely be Dan Henderson versus Lyoto Machida. What do you think about that?
This is a tough fight. I mean, I'm not really a fan of either guy, but this should be interesting.
Yeah. Now, obviously, the main event will be the first ever women's title fight. It'll be between Ronda Rousey and Liz Carmouche. What's your thoughts on that, and also just the whole idea of women's division in MMA period?
I think it's awesome, man. To be able to go from somewhere someone told you couldn't do something, you're never going to do something, and now you're headlining an event that people doubted you from day one. I mean, I think it's awesome. I would have to go for the underdog in this card and or in this fight, and hope that Carmouche come out with a win. But see what happens.
Yeah, you just never know. So we'll see if another armbar
Yeah.
who gets another weapon on there. So, well, we appreciate your time and good luck in the rest of your training. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.